Yeah.
It's time for
Welcome to Murder Moose, part of the Slash and Cast podcast network.
It's in the game.
It's in my ass.
I was going to tell you, Josh and I realized that like 45 minutes into the podcast, like last week, neither one of us said that. And Josh
we were like, where's the deep end? Let's fucking go. Woo! Like, it was insane.
Well, then before we get started, let's do this little number. I'm Continue.
Oh,
I'm Rob.
Oh, right. I'm Josh. WRBcard.com. Coming like fucking insanely in your ass right about now.
I love it when it comes in my
I'm
ass.
just Brian, and I don't have a cool intro like that.
My app is so close. It's so close to...
It's so much edging.
Yeah, it's so close.
Josh is edging his app, and it's wild. Josh,
adding all those edges. Mad Caddy.
The fuck is Mad Caddy? I don't know what that is.
That's cute.
It's one of my favorite ska bands.
Okay. I didn't know. I seriously didn't know who. I've never heard. I don't like ska all that much.
I've seen them literally probably the most
cool for you?
randomly out of like any band. Like 10 times live somehow.
You say is that too most for you?
A little too cool for you, huh, Ron?
Oh.
No, I didn't say it was. You know what? Fuck you. I don't mind it. I'm not in love with any ska bands. That's all.
Well, listen to the Mad Caddies and you might change your mind.
I like the Urge. You ever listen to the Urge?
Nope.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're a little heavier than your typical ska band, but they're pretty cool.
Like Mad Caddies does it all though. Like one of their albums, they had pirate ska.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, like full on pirate ska, and then most of it's just like straight like skate punk
is
ska.
Not liking any of this at all that we're saying right now.
You start talking about it, and I remember these fucking this. There's this dude in Katie's Discord who's from Scotland, and we play music on Friday, and he was putting songs in from this band called Ailstorm, and they're Scottish meme metal, power metal, and it was so bad. And I'm like, why are you fucking doing? And they're like shitty, like Cold Piss 2 was one of the songs. I'm like, why are you doing this? Fuck you, this sucks. And we canceled both the songs because they were so bad.
Straight from the Path has a new album that just came out on Friday, so that was fun.
Who had a new album?
Straight from the Path. They're like metal with like rapping.
Yeah.
Like a rap core band, okay.
But like it's no. Like he scream raps, so it's like it's more metal core than it is like rap core. But yeah, it's good.
I think my favorite songs of the new Sleep Token album are when he starts busting out raps in the middle.
I met a guy on Wednesday. I went to like a networking event, and he was like, "Sleep Token." That's like, yeah, dude, I'm all in on Sleep Token. I was like, sick, cool. Yeah,
people are obsessed, dude. They are obsessed. I like the new album. I think they're cool.
Yeah, the album's fantastic. So,
but their fan base is insane,
growing.
Yeah,
it's good. I love to hear it. Yeah,
dude. In 2023, before like their album came out, it was like they were like at 200,000 monthly listeners, and they're over 9 million monthly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
On Spotify now.
9 million.
They've doubled in the last 3 or 4 months too. Yeah, they were at like 4 million like this year when this year started.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
my old lead singer came into town on Friday as well, so it brought together all of the boys from back in the day, like all the guys that I've been in bands with and stuff that I haven't seen in a long time. It was like the best nostalgic. Like we were just going to town on the stories, and I was like, oh man,
nice.
I didn't realize how much I needed this. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I get it. Ken, how's everything going?
Fantastic.
You
Yeah.
just
Her eyes are so wide.
Like, Ken was like,
you shocked the fuck out of me when you said my name.
No, I was looking at stuff about the movie, and I was like, oh. And it just caught me off guard.
All over there working and being professional and shit.
I mean, Ken's being Ken's being a good girl. God
There's
damn,
a
wrong
first.
button, Josh.
No, it's the right button, but I do it manually. It's just a source that I hit the
Oh, okay.
eyeball. And if I don't turn it off, then when I switch back to that scene, it automatically turns it on again. So
Okay.
it's turned off now. So I can switch around and come back to it. And it's not going to be on now. See?
Nice.
The more you know, Rod, the more you fucking know. Wait, don't I have that thing? I used to have that thing on here.
Shit on a shingle. Ken, when are you gonna play Expedition 33? Because that's fantastic and you should play it.
I don't know.
Well, there it is. I got it.
One more. There you go.
Funny.
Of course,
Please
I
send
have
me
that.
GIF.
Shit on a shingle. That's what I have to say about that. Shit on a shingle. You
But
guys
yeah,
watching?
I don't know because
Just
Planet
bit that.
Crafter is ridiculously fun, and I just unlocked a portal so I can go to all these hidden places, and then there's moons.
I'm glad. I know. I see how much fun you're having with him. I watch it and I go. My brain goes and blue screens, and then I'm like, yeah,
Well,
I can't.
Thankfully, this one doesn't have math like Satisfactory, but it does have automation and auto pulling, and I fucked up bad today with my automation, so I'm having to like revamp everything. But the portals are really cool.
Portal.
I haven't even
to-
started growing animals or fish. Like I've got the
Growing?
insects, but you can research them and then you make them and then they like form onto the planet and they start reproducing on their own. But like I'm way far behind as far as that because it's fish, like amphibians, and then like it just keeps increasing. And I haven't, it's butterflies, larva, butterflies, fish, and then keeps going up.
So
And I stopped after butterflies because I'm 2 balls deep in other stuff right now.
so it's like spore fucked Satisfactory.
Not really.
And spores about life forms starting and all that shit and
I mean, you're terraforming a planet. There's like nothing in said planet, and then you slowly keep adding stuff till the planet can sustain itself.
And
I have full oxygen now.
What are you doing, Josh? Besides making Ken see through?
Making Ken see through. Okay. I'm allowed to do things, Rod.
I know you are. I'm not saying you're not allowed. Fuck, man. Brian, how's
Jeez, Rod.
everything going?
Fuck. Going good. It's going good.
Good.
It's going good. Yes.
Good.
I'm glad
Good.
we're talking about this movie instead of the other one.
Oh, so we
Yeah.
forgot to tell you guys. We had a running theory last week that both of you decided that Urban Legend was so bad you didn't want to record. Just
no,
let
I
me
would
and
have.
Josh-
I just
I would have
didn't
loved
watch
to have
it.
been part of that conversation, but I wasn't feeling very well at all
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah.
I was
It was so
I almost
bad.
went to the hospital that day. I was feeling so
Wow.
bad. I was not doing well. I passed out. I just put myself to bed and I slept forever.
No way.
Jesus.
Yeah,
you're
I
good now?
almost went to the ER. Yeah, I'm feeling fine now. I think
Good.
I just did way too much
cocaine.
over the course of like a 4-day stretch. Yeah, way too much cocaine, man. I was partying like Belushi, and I ain't built for that.
8 balls
No, I
for
just
days,
I just didn't
motherfuckers!
sleep nearly enough at all, and it
Yeah.
finally came to a head, and I needed to go to bed. So, but yeah, I'm better now. I went to a funeral yesterday. It wasn't mine, so
Well, I mean,
but
you're not dead, so that's good. I'm
yeah,
sorry you
not
had to go to a
dead. I went
funeral.
yeah, it was a long time coming. Old friend who was born with spina bifida, and
Oh,
so he'd literally been fighting his whole life, and he's not hurting anymore. So it sucks, but we knew it was coming. But he was literally the poster child for the March of Dimes. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a pretty cool life. So.
Man, that's like when that's the thing though. It's like when you have someone like that who like they're like, oh, you're gonna last 6 months, and they last 45 years. Or
he had
like
his first surgery at 2 hours old.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
dude.
at first surgery at 2 hours old, and he lived to be 49.
wow.
So, yeah, he certainly way past his quote expiration date. So
And
yeah, he was a little champion, man.
That's I mean, that's like a thing where like you get to celebrate someone who was like obviously dealt a shit hand and did their best with it, and which is
he was awesome. He spent his whole life doing charity fundraising, all that stuff, like his whole life doing shit like that. Even he helped create a little non-profit thing called Disabled Furry Friends, trying to find disabled animals homes and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
He was a really, really cool dude, man. Like it was really awesome. But yeah, you know, it sucks saying goodbye to somebody, but yeah, he's
sorry, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that,
dude. So Katie wrapped up they were raising money for St. Jude all month, like all of May. And one of their goals was I've eaten a bunch of really terrible food with her last month for like to raise money for the kids. And now at some point in the near future, I have to dress up like Buddy Christ, and I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna hide more little baby Jesuses around her house, and she's gonna dress up like the Cardinal from Dogma.
Fuck yeah.
So that's gonna be a thing at some point. And
the point thumbs up.
Yeah. So yeah,
I love that. You can order a Buddy Christ little thing. I want to get one for my dashboard.
Yeah, put it on your dashboard and just be like, blah, 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 blah. Josh, you've been working your ass off. So how's that been going?
Good.
How's the app? Is it almost there?
Oh, it's so much bigger than it was supposed to be. Like I thought it was going to be one thing, and then I kept adding more things because I just wanted it to be a lot more valuable.
No, it's perfectionist.
Yeah, I guess I should just like launch first wave and then put out like version 1.1 rather than what I'm doing. But instead, I want to make a big splash and just do a fucking cannonball and have it have all the not all the functions, but like all the like top tier functions that I wanted to have. Like it was supposed to just be like a digital business card app. And then I was like, well, that's not enough. And now it has a full contacts section, CRM, like advanced analytics, and it's robust. So yeah, that's why it keeps breaking, because there's a lot of back end that needs to go into the database for that. So yeah.
Damn, man. Killing it, Joshy.
You said a lot of stuff that I don't really understand, so I'm just gonna assume that it's smart shit and tell you good
client
job.
Or customer relations management system. So like when you add a new contact and you're using it for sales or business stuff, you want to know where you met that person, their company, and when you should get back to that person to potentially convert them from a lead to a client.
Yeah, awesome. It's a directory, or it's a directory for contacts along those lines and whatnot.
Sounds like a very, very really modernized, good. Awesome Rolodex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I like it.
I mean, Ken, that's okay. I mean, that's why Ken knows, because that's what fucking being a streamer is like marketing yourself into all that ways and whatnot. So
that, and we had CRMs when I worked at the Chamber of Commerce and like also at the theaters and stuff. So
okay, you fuckers want to dive into Sinners, because I could probably talk about this movie for like 7 days straight and be happy and whatnot. So yes, Sinners. Yeah, Ken, you want to read the synopsis?
Absolutely. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that there is an even greater evil waiting to welcome them back.
Okay, Ken, this was your first watch of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did you love it?
I hated it. It was trash. No, I'm just kidding. I loved it.
Can you just say that real fast?
My fucking heart.
I was saying,
it's actually funny because I was reading through reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and some of these are fucking hilarious. The ones that don't like it, because it's like
they're just racist or something.
Yeah, they had to have been. Like, I don't know. This one person was like, "We went from gangsters to zombies," and I'm like, "Wait, what? Where were you?"
Weren't watching the same fucking movie.
No, he's just that guy is in Trumpville.
I hate to say it, if you don't vibe with this movie, okay, but having a negative review of this movie is you're racist. Like, there's not like there's nothing of this movie that you can say that like it is so well done, perfectly crafted, like beautifully shot, perfectly cast. Like the cinematography is great. Everything, the music is fucking
The music
phenomenal.
is
I'm gonna be
so
buying the
good.
soundtrack. I can't wait.
Yeah.
They have an awesome vinyl called edition called the Smokestack edition. One vinyl is like a smoky swirl to it, and the other one has like a really cool blood red swirl to it. So like one for smoke and one for stack. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. I'm buying that
cool.
shit.
Man, yeah. Just Kugler, man. Everything that motherfucker's done has been fucking fantastic.
He
And
hasn't made
I
a bad
love-
movie yet.
I love that he's using his platform because he's created such a following and his love for horror and bringing it together in a way that like only maybe like Jordan Peele has kind of successfully done in the past. Like when you
I
create
agree.
something like this big and he knows it's going to be this successful, to do what he did behind the scenes as well and getting the rights after 25 years and like all the like groundbreaking things that he was able to do with this movie. It's not just a
profit
movie
sharing
anymore.
from day one.
Yeah, like it's a movement.
Cultural.
It's
Yeah.
it's going to change
Sign
the
of the
way that
time.
Hollywood makes movies from now on, and that is fucking so cool. And I love hearing it.
Dude, I've never seen like a movie hit social media like the way Sinners has. And even if that is like more exclusively like to the like African American community, but like I've seen a lot of other white people and other like minorities and shit like that, like fucking like going off on this movie and how great it is. And it's like everyone who sees it is just like fucking in love with it because it's so fucking good and
There's
it's so
so
well
much of
made.
it to like respect, like outside of just how incredible the movie itself is, the story that it's telling. It's showing like way more than like people probably even realize. Like it's so well done. It's so well done.
I mean, there's a whole thing, and I don't know if everyone gets it, and because I just watched enough people bullshit about this about how it's just the whole movie is like white people stealing black culture, and you go, oh shit, yeah, it is and that's like and there's just so many subliminal things in this movie that you just go, you pick up stuff every time and whatnot, and there's like so many crazy things like that, and it is so fucking. I love this movie, man.
Yeah, this is the best movie I've seen this year.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I don't even think it's fucking close, to be honest with you. Like this movie is so good; it's light years better than anything that I've enjoyed this year so far. I think this is the best movie I've seen this year.
I think
you haven't seen Bring Her Back yet.
You're right, I haven't.
Yeah,
it's still the best movie I've seen this year.
Did you like this better than did you like Bring Her Back better than Sinners, Josh?
Yes, I did.
Wow, damn.
Like I felt like, and this happens every time a movie comes out like this, the hype was too loud. Like it was way too loud. I still loved it, but it made me more cynical about the movie because I was like, well, if you're saying it gives you blowjobs, then it better give me a fucking blowjob. And then when it doesn't, I'm like, well, it didn't give me a blowjob
because it did me. Like I don't.
I got a blowjob. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, if you remove your pecker, it does. So that's rewatch it with your dick out. All right, that's what you need to do, Josh. All right.
No, I seriously, I really fucking enjoyed this. I'm so glad I saw it in theaters, and like those things. But yeah, like when it's hyped that much, I start to look at it with a magnifying glass, and there's I don't know, like it's not like there's much wrong with this movie, but I still really, I don't know. I think because I went into Bring Her Back with like almost no expectations, and it was just
okay.
I think there's even a lot more wrong with Bring Her Back than this movie, but I still ended up liking it more than this movie.
Okay, that's what I wonder though. How do you go in to Bring Her Back with no expectations when fucking Talk to Me was so fucking fantastic? Like I think that just like the name of those two brothers being attached to Bring Her Back, it has me.
I don't know, because like this one was so hyped. I think I knew too much going in and knew too many reviews going in, and I hate having anything just like trying to prop me up before I see something and then sit there and go, well, did you like it as much as I said? Well, did ya? And it's like, like chill, like holy shit. I felt like it was too much loud, but I think there should be, like, if if it's forcing a lot of like racist people to also give this movie a chance, then it's doing something right?
Dude, it's funny because like I think the premise of this movie isn't super original. I mean, like the actual concept of what happens is just how
they did make vampires cool again.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
They did. Because like I got really burnt out on vampire. I'm really burnt out on zombies as well. So this was really nice.
But this movie is very much like something like From Dusk Till Dawn, right? Like it's like a 2-part movie that like goes from like crime activity into to vampires storming a building. But like
I loved the eyes.
Ryan Coogler said that his 2 biggest influences were From Dusk Till Dawn and The Faculty.
Oh, nice.
I get it. Yeah.
The especially the garlic scene where they're like chewing on the garlic and shit like that. Yeah, it's very much like it's like the snorting scene in the garage of the Faculty.
They also have shared pain.
Oh, like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Ken,
I
want to
think
know.
this movie's brilliant. I think this movie's fucking brilliant. I love everything about it. I was pleasant because I didn't watch very many, if any, trailers for this movie. I think I watched just the teaser and that's it. And I pretty much was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. So I just pretty much blocked everything else out.
Yeah.
You can only do so much because I could still hear the hype, obviously, because it was, as Josh said, it was very loud. The hype was very loud for this movie. So that was almost impossible to avoid. But I was really pleasantly surprised to see Buddy Guy in it. And I was like, oh, that's fucking rad that they cast Buddy Guy.
I'm not your buddy guy.
And but I love Michael B. Jordan. I think he deserves 2 Academy Award nominations for this movie.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching it and I was like, why do I feel like he actually has a twin? And then I was doing a deep dive and I was like, oh yeah, there was that whole thing on the red carpet where he had someone with him that looked just like his twin. It's like, yeah, he killed it.
Dude, yeah, absolutely amazing. The music in this is so fucking good. Every single everything.
It's so like because blues is where rock and roll came from, right? It's like they turned blues into rock and roll, right? And it's just
Elvis stole black people's music and made it popular for white people. Yes.
Yeah. Basically, yep. And
someone had to do it.
Of that. They do a really great showcase of that at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I grew up in Cleveland
section
and never went to the Rock and Roll.
I've been there like 3 times.
Yeah, but you were visiting Cleveland, so you're like more like, oh, you gotta do things because you're visiting, right? Like that's the thing, man. When you live somewhere, you're less likely to see shit than if you're going to like visit somewhere, which is weird and odd. But yeah, like I took a music class in college and like a lot of that blues stuff. I was like, this is really cool, and also that guitar is fucking dope, man, with that metal plate in it. Yeah. Which obviously comes into play at the end of the movie, but
the sequence at the end when he smashes, can't remember the vampire's name, the lead vampire, and it sticks in his head. That was practical. I love the practical effects that they use with that. That was very fucking cool, dude. And I love the fact that they used a lot of practical effects.
Oh, dude, they used movie. The blood reminded me of after rewatching this on Friday. It reminded me of like Dawn of the Dead, kind of like they had that like real visceral like bunches of blood shooting out and like not like it looked more painty kind of. It had a cool look on it. Like
it was very that's a good comparison to like from Dawn of the Dead because it was very
red.
Yeah. It was like very red.
Yeah, blood is more like in most modern things is more like realistic looking and which is darker colored and whatnot. But it has that really cool effect and you're just like all the dude. And I have to say before I forget, this movie has the coolest fucking shot in I think any movie I've ever fucking seen. The dance hall scene with all the fucking generations is the
that was so cool.
I love how they did the like the mashup of the music just worked so well, and
it did.
It was, and it just watching him do that in transition and like just telling the story about like how much the culture means and adds up and does all this stuff, and it's just like fuck, it's such a cool shot because it's like you don't expect it. It like comes out of nowhere. You're just like, and then all the cultures just merging into one. And you just go, man, that's fucking
So
cool, man. And
Yeah, it was really good. I liked that moment a lot.
I wonder, I do wonder because like Coogler's had that thing where like the worst scene in any one of his movies I've seen is probably that Black Panther scene where it's all CG at the end. So I wonder if he was like, fuck, I don't want to use CG as much as I can avoid it. Because in the two, when like him and Killmonger are fighting at the end of the first Black Panther, and it's that real terrible CG.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. You're right. It's funny because I remember thinking that when I watched that movie, and I was like, they had this great fight sequence going on. Then all of a sudden, it turned into that, and I was like, ugh.
It looks like a
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
The only bad thing about Black Panther that I had to think.
Yeah, and that's one of those things you go, man. And I don't know. It's funny because man, I laugh at the whole.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, there's also the fact that was probably more of a Disney choice to do that kind of shit.
Yeah,
totally. And this, I'm gonna assume he had obviously considerably more control over what he wanted to do. And honestly, after a movie like this, if you don't just let Ryan Coogler do whatever the fuck he wants and leave him alone, you're a fucking fool.
Yeah, I mean, this movie had a budget of $90 million and it's still up and going at $350 million.
Yeah. For a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
With an all-black cast primarily.
The only other person to do something like that was Jordan.
Still counts. You know? So,
dude, I will say, I love this. There's a scene in this movie that I will forever love, and where he goes, Michael B. Jordan goes, "You're drooling," and she goes, "You want some?" and spits in his mouth.
Yeah,
I love that scene with all.
There's some great dialogue in this movie, like when she says, "You told me you loved me," and then you left, and then she said, "But then you stuck your tongue in my cooch and fucked me so hard, I thought you changed your mind." I was like, dude, I love the dialogue.
Dude, it's also a thing I've seen people talk about. I've seen a lot of black women talking about it, about how like this movie does the thing where it's like one, they embrace like the not Hollywood elite skinny actress and just make her a complete one of the best characters in this whole fucking movie. And then also
she's gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah, she is. And all the pussy eating in this movie is all
fuck yeah.
Yeah, but it's the thing, right? I mean, I love it, and it's a thing that you go. One, it's going against the stupid stereotypes that black guys don't eat pussy, which is dumb, right? But two,
is that a stereotype?
Like
I didn't know that was a stereotype.
That is a stereotype.
You didn't know? Oh yeah,
really?
It's a super.
Yeah, I've heard that stereotype.
Oh wow,
it's a super.
I also know for a fact it's not true. So yeah,
but it's that thing where I think that you have that where you have these positive images and these positive things of sexuality and just powerful black women, and it just like Anne Haley Steinfeld is like, I think one of her grandparents is black, so she.
I think that is true because I mean in the movie one of her I think her grandpa is black, but I think in real life one of her grandparents is black.
Which is why she's in this, and like
I gotta say, dude, I'm sorry, but fuck Josh Allen, that lucky fucking piece of shit. Fuck Josh Allen, that lucky little fucking piece of shit. She's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
she is so fucking gorgeous.
And he looks like he fell out down a dumb tree and like hit every branch on the way down.
Dude, right?
He's a really good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he looks like a caveman, like playing in the NFL.
And he stole the MVP from my boy.
Lamar's has a couple of them already. He's got 2 of them, man. Let other people play.
Oh, that's her husband. I don't like him. He's weird looking.
They're engaged. Or did they actually get married?
I thought they were just engaged.
They got married this year, I think.
Okay.
They are married. Yeah, they are married.
He's from Wyoming, man. What do you expect?
He seems like he's a good kid. Fuck him.
Yeah. But no, man. Like it's just such a powerful movie, man. And it's like I think that like. One of those things that like, it's funny. I was thinking about this watching this the second time, and it doesn't affect it, but like, it's so like the horror elements come in like halfway in, kind of again going back to like, it's not a, but man, there's so many things in this. Like, I don't want a sequel to this movie. I don't think you should ever make a sequel to this movie.
No.
But I would be interested in the Choctaw. Like, if you have a spinoff of the Choctaw, like the
have them like fighting fucking vampires and shit. They
Yeah,
should do
or-
they could do a
would be
show.
cool.
They could do
Yeah.
a show.
because they like fucking tease you with them. Like they're
Yeah.
showing up and rolling up and chasing this motherfucker, and then they're like, "Fine, we're out. you motherfuckers have fun."
Sort your own fucking problems out, stupid white people.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, I don't know. You just reminded me of going stupid white people. I will tell you that I think the scene I cheered for the most in this movie is when at the end when Michael B. Jordan starts shooting all the KKK.
awesome.
With
Oh yeah,
Like, awesome.
so good.
My first watch through, I must have like time travel or something. Which means I actually probably fell asleep the first time on, because I've watched this 4 times in the past like 4 days.
Nice.
I fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
So my first watch through, I missed where they told him that they were coming, and I was like, how the fuck did he just know that these racist fucks were going to show up the very next day? And then when on my second watch, I was like, oh, they fucking told him.
Yeah, they told
That
him
was
when
awful
they pretended-
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful nice of them.
That was them trying to sell the vampire brand. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, they're coming for you anyway, so why don't you come be vampires and
Right.
We'll eat them all together.
It's so fucking good, man. Like every
Yeah.
little thing about this movie I love. I love Cornbread. He's fucking hilarious. And when he's eating that fucking guy and Bo comes up and he's like, come on, baby, I warmed up the car.
Can you imagine if we were talking about that new freaking prom queen movie right now? Oh my god.
God.
I watched it too, and I
wasn't
wish I
gonna
didn't.
be here. I wasn't gonna be here.
I'm glad we didn't, because I haven't watched the movie and I'm happier that way.
Am I the only one that suffered and then was like, yes?
No, I watched it. You
did?
it. I watched
Okay.
it before. I watched it. I watched it the day they dropped it, and I posted it on a friend's Facebook. They got a little Facebook group called the Horror Vault, and I said I watched Prom Queen. That's the entire post, and that's all I said. And then
Literally
you
all
guys
you
were
need
like,
to say.
"Hey, we're talking about Prom Queen." I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be there for this."
Well, I mean, it
motherfucking
was going to be
talk."
shitting on it for another whatever. I mean, but Josh and I just shit on Urban Legend for an hour, so like we didn't need
Like,
another.
we
Like,
dunked
I
it.
wish I could have been there for that. I would have loved it.
dude, it was. That
I
movie was-
I had him on my old podcast, Jamie Blanks.
Yeah.
So he's a really sweet guy. He's a really, really nice guy. I would have absolutely found good things to say about that movie.
Oh man.
It might have took some real looking, but I would have found some good things to say about that movie.
Dude, you know what?
Rebecca
you know,
Gayheart. There you go. Boom.
Josh, I mean, Brian, you know what I was laughing about? Like when you were talking about the soundtrack and the vinyls, dude, there are like 2 or 3 different versions of the soundtrack. Like they have like music inspired by the movie, like the orchestral score, and then and then the actual movie, like, you know, soundtrack. And I'm like, I was trying to find the one that was just like the music from the movie, and I'm like, I don't even know which one it is. It's like
I can send you a link if you want.
Yeah.
I'd like that link too, please.
Okay, I'll put it in the Discord.
Dude, it's so good. It is.
Yeah,
dude,
I fucking love this movie so much. This is so good.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but the main vampire is British. He's from Welsh, or he's from England somewhere. And
you're talking about Jack O'Connell.
Yeah,
Remick.
And he I guess he took Irish dancing when he was in school or something like that. So he was like,
yeah.
Okay. Well, isn't that just like square dancing?
He said that
Kind of.
he signed only after reading the script once, because his character would be singing Irish folk music, which was a dream come true for him.
Oh, that's fucking
so
cool.
like he's got history with it.
Yeah.
That's
dude,
very cool.
I guess he was like, he's been around Hollywood for about a decade, and like
he needs
people
to do
thought
more
he was gonna be
shit.
the next big thing for a while, and he just kind of fell off for a while.
He needs to do more shit because he's so
Yeah.
good in this fucking movie, dude. Like I don't think there's a bad performance in this movie.
No.
I think this is one of the most well-directed movies I've seen in probably the last fucking 10 years.
Do you want to hear another
Everything about this
stupid-
movie is a masterclass in filmmaking.
Yeah.
Another stupid review
Oh,
was
God,
that the acting was cringy
Oh
and
my God.
terrible.
Tell me you don't know any. Tell me
you're
you
racist
don't
without
like
telling me
black
you're
people
racist.
without telling me
Yeah.
you don't like black people. You fucking loser.
Dude, that kid, the kid in the movie, that was his first acting role.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
You're talking about Preacher Boy?
Preacher Boy, yeah, Preacher Boy,
he's
yeah.
great.
Can you imagine that being your first acting gig? Like you're walking in and you're like, yeah,
I'd retire
I'm done.
immediately.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, it ain't gonna get better from here.
No,
He
dude,
literally has a mic at all times just to drop always.
Yeah.
just to drop it. Dude, well, I mean,
Jesus.
I saw someone saying that I think it was at the premiere of the movie, like what do you want to do next? And he's like, I hear the cast of Miles Morales, and I'm like, that would be fucking dope. I mean,
It'd be
dope.
perfect.
Yeah.
Jack O'Connell plays in 28 Years Later.
Does he?
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't
So
wait to
he-
see that.
Fuck yeah.
I'm really
Hopefully
anticipating
two
that.
bangers back to back like that. That's fucking cool.
I'm really
And then
anticipating
he's got
that.
he plays in the next Godzilla Kong movie.
I'm not
Dan
anticipating
Stevens.
that whatsoever.
I didn't even watch the last one.
I liked it. It wasn't great, but it was entertaining. It was
I
entertaining.
There
would
were
go see
so
the
many
movie theater.
sunsets that weren't
Oh.
actual sunsets that I was like, go away now. Please just go away.
They're
Go
in
away
the
now.
they're
Thank
in the
you.
hollow earth for most of that movie anyways. So you don't
Yeah,
have to worry
but
about
if you're
that.
going to show a sunset, the next scene shouldn't be in the middle of the fucking day again. Like, come on.
That's fair.
Oh man. No,
Yeah, it's called
you know what makes me mad?
Supernova. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that title. Godzilla Kong Supernova.
Yeah.
It
That
sounds like a new
they may as well
gum
just say
flavor.
Godzilla Kong Resurrection.
Can I just tell you that I don't like the Godzilla movies at all?
That's fair.
Yeah, I can
They're
jump
not
on
great
that
movies.
one with you.
They are
There's
They
just
are
two.
turning-
They're just forever. They're just going on forever. Like they're never ending, and that's fine. That's why I'm not going to be like, oh, we shouldn't
Yeah,
have
but
them.
-1 was fucking fantastic.
still have not watched that.
I need to watch that.
What?
Yeah, I know. I need to watch that still.
Dude.
I heard it was so good.
I went to the
Yeah.
theaters with the boys and saw that and was like, oh, finally. But you got to give it to not America for them to get it right.
Go figure.
Yeah.
I mean, no, to be fair, Japan has done all spectrums of Godzilla. From like completely serious to goofball. Like Godzilla like fucking flies on his tail and fart flies and shit like that. Like, no, don't like act like you can't have silly Godzilla, because there's been plenty of silly Godzilla. Have you ever watched the original Godzilla versus Kong, where two people in rubber suits beating the shit out of each other?
I
Yeah,
grew up with my dad, like, my
Yeah.
biological dad and I didn't do much because he took off when I was really young. But one of the things we did do when I was young was watch all of the Godzilla
Yeah.
original movies together. So those ones hold a weird place in my heart. I don't know if it's a good or bad one, but it's a
Yeah.
place and I remember them, right? So
I get it though, because they're very much Hollywood-fied, like those movies, but I think they're at least Godzilla's on the right track, especially after that bullshit 1998 movie that Emmerich made. That is,
Dean
that,
Devlin,
that-
Roland
that
Emmerich.
he fucking hated Godzilla and decided to make a Godzilla movie. And like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Why?
yeah, but apparently it's worked for Star Wars right now. In Andor, they gave it to a person that's not a Star Wars fan, and now he's made a really good show, which I'm still not going to watch because fuck you, Disney.
Dude, I love the
gonna say
first
you're-
season, and
That's the argument.
yeah.
I'm
Well, Josh
over.
is not a Disney fan anyway, like especially when it comes to Star Wars stuff and Marvel.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
They've ruined
have-
so many of my favorite franchises that I'm just done with so much of the shit that they own now that I don't trust them. I don't trust them anymore. So yeah.
That's fair.
That is fair. Ugh. Ken, what kind of cool shit did you find out? Like cool facts about this movie did you find?
Well, I mean, the one that I was really interested in was the fact that Jack O'Connell had been like so excited about it.
Okay.
They apparently asked Bo Chow's actor Yao which Asian characters to include in the summoning section.
Yeah.
And that's I'm going to butcher it and I apologize. The Peking opera dancer dressed as Sun Wukong.
Okay.
That was one that they had suggested. which I think is really cool that they incorporated the actors. Like that particular actor put a lot of insight into the different elements of the movie, like that they could wear the Taoist. I'm probably butchering that as
Yeah.
well.
No,
But
you said that right, I
they
think.
suggested that like there's a bunch of different stuff within the movie that was encouraged and like discussed by them. So that's really cool.
That just makes it sound like he was fully embracing the culture of everyone that was in that room, because I didn't realize there was Asian people in that, you know, that scene. That's cool though, and that's like, I mean, there's so many cool things to look at in that scene. Like it's like you go, oh, okay, there's just a ton of shit going on in here, and I'm glad that they like, dude. It's just, I don't know. Ryan Coogler reminds me much of what's his name, Fincher, where it's like just detail, like this attention to detail that's so fucking good, right? Like, and he's just knows what he's doing. And isn't that dude like? Isn't Coogler
Masterclass
like
is such
33?
a good word to describe it. Like Brian said,
Yeah.
it is just
Yep.
literally a
They
masterclass.
did really, really cool shit with this movie. Like they filmed it in 65 millimeter. They use
That's
a
why it looked so
combination
good
of,
in theaters. Like I was like,
Yes,
this
Yeah.
movie
I
feels
bet.
like
I
you
bet it did.
need to see it this big. Like it feels different.
They
Yeah.
they used a combination of IMAX 15 and Ultra Panavision 70. The aspect ratio switches throughout the movie between 43:1 and 76:1.
Okay.
And Kodak actually created an IMAX version of their Ektachrome 100D film stock specifically for the production of this fucking movie.
That's really cool.
That's like really, really cool shit. Like they did everything they could to get.
It sounds like
his
Nolan
vision.
level shit.
Yeah.
That and like James Cameron type shit too. Like that's the kind of stuff that like that these companies do for the best filmmakers on the planet.
And he's one of them.
Are we officially calling Ryan Coogler one of the greatest filmmakers ever?
Well, he
already?
won Oscars for things, and you
Yeah.
know, was making some of
he
the
has
best
not made a bad
Marvel
movie.
shit. Like
This man
Yeah.
has not made a bad movie. Not one
No.
fucking bad movie. He
like
has
even
not made a
when
bad
Marvel
movie.
was completely making me feel the way I do now, seeing his movies, I was like, oh, maybe there's hope. And then the next three just let me
And then
down
the
again.
Eternals
So
came out.
yeah, like I'm like, just give them all to him. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Then
You know
I'll
what?
trust you again.
Rumblings of not rumblings, but I have wonders if this was originally Coogler was trying to like sell this as the Blade script, and they didn't want anything to do with it.
I don't know,
Because you
man.
hear about all the Blade
Wow,
script.
Blade is.
I mean, you think
I hope it just never comes out.
I
Hearing
don't
everything
think it's
I have,
going to. And I think
I
when
don't
it
think
finally comes out, Mahershala Ali is not going to be attached to
no.
it
dude,
anymore.
well,
You-
it
Well, no,
sounds like this has
Blade
been the
also was going
problem.
to have Mia Goth in it, right? She was
I thought
cast in
so.
it. Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
It sounds like fucking he's been the problem the entire time, because he wants it to be an Oscar-winning vampire Marvel movie, and I'm just like, dude. I mean, I get you want, because it's the you have to beat Blade 1 and 2, and it's like, just make a really good movie. Why are you worried about these? And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. And like, I don't know. I wonder if this was if Ryan tried to sell this as the Blade movie, and because if that would have been the Blade movie, Marvel having a movie that like is going to get Academy Award nominations for things besides special effects, like at the, like, you know, it would have been, man. I don't know.
I think the only Marvel movie to get nominated for Best Picture is Black Panther. Who directed that?
Oh.
I wonder who that was.
I don't remember.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I
Delroy
wonder
Lindo
who-
is still attached to the new Blade movie. Also,
Nobody's attached. They canceled it. They just haven't announced it out
they
loud.
haven't announced it yet. Yeah.
They canceled
I-
a lot of shit, man. They've canceled because, I mean, it doesn't
Good.
help that fucking Thunderbolts, which was awesome and probably the best Marvel movie since Guardians 3 or whatever, but really high quality, and like only made 300 million, and which is not enough to call it profitable yet, and it's just sad. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny, man, because like I was thinking as like, also I just want to comment that sweater Michael B. Jordan is wearing at the end of the movie is the most hideous.
It's
cosplay sweater.
amazing.
What?
Amazing.
You want one of those, Skin?
Yes.
It was so 1992 or 93 or whatever it was supposed to be. It was like, the Cosby sweater, the giant pimp knuckles that say smoke or Stack. I mean, it was Stack, right? Stack was the one who survived, right? Because Smoke was the one who died at the end. And
yeah, Stack
also,
survived.
yeah, yeah, survived. Dude, that fucking scene with him dying and the lady and the baby coming back. Oh my god, that hits me every time.
God, it's so good
it's so,
though.
yeah. It's very,
yeah.
it's such.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like you create characters that you get invested into, you know, because she was awesome. Yeah. She was an awesome character, and they had a really, emotional story arc for the two of them. Yeah, it's one of you got to pay attention to it because a lot of it's just, you know, exposition, like verbal exposition when they're talking about like the daughter not making it and stuff like that. And so, because I honestly, you know, when the first time I watched it, like I said, I did a little bit of time traveling, and I missed him visiting the grave. Yeah, and I missed that whole part, and I was like, what are they fucking talking about? And then when the baby came up at the end, I was just like, what's happening right now? I was like, I mean, I still like the movie, obviously, but then I was like, I need to watch this fucking movie again.
Yeah.
So thankfully I did.
Yeah, again, it goes back to like, it's like all the detail in everything where it's like you don't have to explain everything in words. I mean, they explain a lot of that, but like you get it through context and you get it through their conversations and you get it through like, it's not just like hit you over the head with bluntness, right? It's not like just like, hey, this is what happened. Blah, blah, blah.
I know you have to watch the mid credits and then the end credits thing. The end credits is more just whatever, but I feel like that was a little like, I don't know, like unneeded. Like obviously you need to watch that mid credits scene because it's literally the end of the movie. But why didn't he just put it at the end of the movie? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. There were people. I don't know about you, Josh and Brian. Like there like, or Brian, did you see this in the theater? Or
no, I didn't I didn't see this in the theater. No.
So people left. People left. They didn't see the end of the movie.
That's what my best friend said. Warren. Yeah. Well, my best friend said that when the second the credits started rolling, people got
like half the theater left, and I was like,
yeah,
they don't know, and that sucks so bad for so many fucking people. They didn't see the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's such a powerful scene.
Is the fact that they got up and left and weren't willing to sit there and listen to that awesome fucking music anyway just speaks volumes about how not cool they are. So fuck them. You know.
I mean, I don't see, like, I have a tiny bladder and I sit in Alamo and drink water the whole time, so I often get up as soon as the credits because I gotta run and pee. But like, no, like I was like, oh, this is like, I'm jamming out to this, and then like that happens, and I'm like, fuck. And it's such a cool scene because it's like the old man. I love his line. He's like, I've seen enough of this place. I was like, I feel you, old
buddy
man.
Guy, baby.
I feel you, old man. Yes, me too. I've seen enough of this place. Fuck, man. It's such a, and that dude, you know what I didn't notice the first time I watched this, and I had to rewatch it because the scars on his face at that in that last scene, I was like, where you he slashes his face and you don't really see it in the movie unless you're looking for it. Like,
well, in the theater you see it because it's massive.
I noticed it right off the bat when he walks into the church at the very beginning and his face is slashed.
Yeah,
like I noticed right away.
Okay,
you're just not observant.
I saw it in ABX, which is like just a little bit smaller than an IMAX screen, so it's like the big screen, but not IMAX big, which is like.
I've never seen a movie in IMAX.
Okay, I know it's a Canadian thing. I don't know. Has anyone else here not seen an IMAX movie?
I think I saw an IMAX when I was really young, and I wanted to see Oppenheimer in IMAX, and I didn't get to.
I did. It was almost too big because a lot of that movie is close-ups of people's faces.
Really?
I'm like, why is this for IMAX? I don't get it. It's just a face the size of a fucking building.
Invasive feeling.
Yeah, and it looked distorted. If you're like anywhere too close, the face was like what you do when you take a picture of someone with your phone on the top, and it just like it looked like that. I was like, holy shit, that's huge.
Do you know they were originally only going to play this one weekend in IMAX, and people bitched and complained enough that they actually played it. Like it was so successful the first weekend that they did like I think 2 or 3 more weekends of fucking IMAX. So that's fucking cool.
I went and
like,
saw this with my guitar player, and then randomly a guy that I only ever see at the Calgary HorrorCon, who is like one of the main volunteers and like MC of the thing, just randomly picked the spot 2 seats next to me. So he just ended up coming and hanging out with us. So it made this whole experience watching this movie like so much better, like just to be with those people. And he's always just like crazy guy. So yeah, it was really fun.
Dude, you know what the vampires in this reminded me of? 30 Days of Night, kind of like the
Totally.
like that ferally kind of thing. Their teeth was like that too, right? It was like kind of like shark teeth.
Their
But-
eyes
like-
kind of reminded me of Dr. Sleep, like the shiny
Yes!
eyes.
Yes. Like when they're eating
I
people.
loved the eyes. I was obsessed.
I loved the eyes.
Very cool.
Obsessed.
Yeah, the eyes were
Very
so
cool.
well done, especially when they're all in the woods and they all light up. Oh,
There's some musical motherfuckers too, because when they bust
Yeah.
out, when they bust out
Totally.
the
Dude,
fucking
everyone in this is-
mandolin and the banjo and shit.
Into it.
Dude,
Robin
the
Clean.
fucking racist white people
Big
knew how to
Bull
sing
Robbie.
too, as long as
What the fuck?
Dude,
It's like, man, these guys pretty good.
I love like when the first scene where Cornbread comes back and he's like, "Okay, you guys want to move aside and invite me in?" And they're like, "Why do we need to invite you
Yeah.
in?
yeah.
Why do we need to invite?" You know what? I don't know if this is you guys' opinion. Was that I kind of think that like the Asian chick calling them in was the best move in the long run, because if they hadn't have done that, they
They
would have
kind of
just
forced
like,
them to make a move.
yeah,
Yeah.
they would have been like hunting him down like after that, right? They would have been like coming after him like later on, like not that night, right? But like later on. I feel like they kind of had to, and they took out all the vampires besides 2, presumably, it seems like. So I don't know. I did like that was another thing I liked, and I don't know if I noticed the first time when the Smoke and Stack are fighting at the end of the movie. It's the fucking charm bag that she gave him that like saves him.
Mhm.
And it's like, I'm like, that's such a cool little detail. And it's like they don't like focus on it or anything. They're just like, oh, okay, you kind of like notice it like spark up. What it like lit up or something like weird or like whatever it did. But I was like, man, the detail in this movie is so fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
So fucking cool.
There's it's an endless amount of shit
Well, dude-
that you can say great about this movie. It's just
Yeah.
it's as close to a perfect film as you can get, in my
Dude,
opinion.
And I think people that aren't even into horror movies will like this movie. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Warren, who
Yeah.
I forced to watch horror movies, has seen it twice in the theaters.
I've heard a
And
lot of
he-
people that are,
He absolutely loves it. He's been
Yeah, like
listening
Lee
to the
was
soundtrack
saying-
nonstop for 2 weeks.
like
Like,
Lee was
it-
saying his buddy, like, you know, he's on off work, like, kind of like you. I was like, oh, that sounds like Brian's situation right now with his work. And he's like, yeah, my friend just went and saw it 3 days in a row. And he doesn't
fucking-
go to movies
I don't
often.
blame them. I
I'm
don't
like,
blame
whoa.
them. I'm probably gonna go see it for the 5th time in theaters over, because I got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off. I record Wednesday with Matt, but and I might work on Tuesday for some overtime. But Thursday I don't have shit going on during. I'll probably go fucking watch this in the theater so I can see it on the big screen.
I want
Yeah.
to see Mission
You should, man.
Impossible.
I want to
Dude.
see that also.
I liked it, but fuck, it's almost 3 hours long.
I know, but
It
it's
is
the
so
farewell.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the last one, right? I
I've
think
seen
that's what
every
they're
other one
saying.
in theaters, and I feel like I owe it to myself to see this one in
Yeah.
theaters too.
No, I like it. I just wish it wasn't almost 3 hours long, because the first hour, nothing big happens. It's
I've
just
kind of
it's
felt like that
set
with
up.
the last one
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but
So, but it's entertaining, and Tom Cruise in his bowl cut doing crazy shit that is like
nice.
the practical stunts are crazy in that movie yet again. So
Good.
yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. I don't want to see Tom Cruise's stupid face ever. So,
Ever. Ever.
like
I know a
him.
lot of people like you, actually, which like I completely respect for sure.
I don't like him because of his Scientology involvement and all of his other bullshit, but also his face is just so fucking punchable. And if you ever
And what
look,
about his
He's got a
teeth?
pretty punchable face.
I was
His
just
face is
about to
pretty
say.
punchable.
Or like off to the
His
side?
face is almost as punchable as that psychiatrist in The Silence of the Lambs.
Brian's least favorite
yeah.
person.
That
of all
guy
time.
is the most. He has the most. What's his Anthony Held?
Yeah.
I think is the actor's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the most punchable face in all of Hollywood.
You know what?
Well, Bruce Willis used to, but now I won't.
Now you don't want to punch him. Now
Well,
you don't
no, he's
wanna
got
punch
enough.
him?
He's got
He's
enough
got enough going on. You don't want to punch him down.
Yeah, I don't need to punch Bruce Willis. He's got enough going on. Poor guy.
I separate Tom Cruise's Scientology away from his like the man is putting more effort into saving theaters and like doing practical things in Hollywood, and I fucking love him for that. And I feel like him being Scientologist isn't like
It's not.
It
It's
sucks.
not. It's not like normally I'm pretty good about separating art from artist and all of that.
Yeah.
I just don't like him. And
Yeah.
like the fact that he is the mouthpiece and the puppet boy for Scientology is always just weird to me. But I just don't like him. Honestly, his Scientology side doesn't necessarily matter. I just want to punch him in the face. And I don't. And then once you know that the tooth thing, then it just makes it worse. And I just want to punch him in the face.
I mean, he's the same height as you, Ken. He's only like 5'7".
I think he's shorter than that.
I think he's 5'6".
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is 5'6".
He's a little man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a tall guy.
Well, that's the problem is
I
figuring
could take
out
him.
how
I could 1000% take Tom Cruise. Like,
I mean, he's also like got like a decade on you. He's in his older
5'7".
late
He's
50s.
1 inch taller than me.
Tom Cruise is 97 years old. What are you talking about? Like,
he's 62.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is 97.
I thought he was in his 50s still. I don't know. I appreciate that his is like single-handedly going. Oh yeah, because whatever. But like, I just appreciate what he's trying to do for movies. That's what I like. It was my
I do like
about.
his movies. Like Top Gun Maverick was fucking amazing.
Yeah, with Bob. No, but I am gonna have a hard time, and then, like Josh has talked about it. Like Bring Her Back will probably be up there, but like I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
But like this movie is definitely gonna be at the end of the year list, and probably one, if not two. Like if something goes,
it's gonna be up there. It's gonna take a great movie to dethrone this for me. So far, this is out of even any genre. This is the best movie I've seen this year so far.
I've liked a lot of stuff. I haven't but this thing is the most like.
But have you seen Hackers?
Huh?
Brian could do Hackers on his shitty movie podcast. It would be perfect for that.
That's my favorite movie ever, by the way. So
Hackers? It's a good shitty.
Don't ever call it shitty ever again.
Is it?
Take it back.
Like the 1995
Take it fucking
Hackers?
back. Yes. It's the best movie
I've
ever
seen
made.
That. With Johnny Lee
Hey,
Miller.
random side note, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter looks exactly like Katie Holmes to a point that I thought she was Katie Holmes.
Oh wow, really?
You know what that reminded me of? There's been videos going around of Brock Lesnar's daughter because she's winning more state champions or like national championships for like Colorado State, but she looks like Brock Lesnar with boobs. Like she is looks exactly
She
like
very much looks just like her dad. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw someone say her mother's genes didn't even try.
I saw that too, bro. Her mom's genes didn't even try.
Damn.
Yeah.
She is a scary looking lady, and
she's
and
massive.
not like she's just like bulky as fuck,
Yeah,
and just
she's
like her dad.
massive.
Oh
she's
man,
ridiculous.
Man, I just want movies like this every year. I just want movies of people that like. I just want movies that people love.
I just want the greatest movies ever made every year.
Yeah,
I don't think we're asking for too much.
Yeah, I don't think we're asking. I just want masterclass in filmmaking every fucking time anybody steps behind.
No. I didn't say every time. I said every year, but it's because it's just that thing where like this is the thing, and you guys talked about it. It's the giving him this movie and letting him do what he wanted and not interfering and not fucking doing Hollywood shit and not doing all this stuff where they're determining stuff. They let this man come in here and make his fucking vision and do this fucking movie, and you will see way more of that. And I'm not saying every director should have that, but like, fuck, man, just let your people do the fucking thing, man, because it's like this movie is a perfect example of what letting an artist create their art does, and
Yep.
it just.
I mean, it's not always going to be a big success. I mean, people are going to have failures, obviously. That's why I I know a lot of people kind of criticize the Blumhouse approach.
Yeah.
But I do respect Jason Blum for what he does, because he pretty much just kind of lets people do what they want to do. He gives them X amount of dollars, says, all right, go make your fucking shitty movie, or go make your awesome movie, or go make your fucking movie. And he just leaves them be. And yeah, sometimes you get dingleberries, like AI or whatever, whatever the fuck that movie was, or Afraid. Was it Afraid? Is that what it was called? And then, or Night Swim. I think that was pretty bad too. I didn't care for that.
It felt like, and then sometimes, a quarter of a movie.
Sometimes you get a pretty cool fucking banger. But he just lets them do their thing. And
Megan 2.0 does not look good.
Dude, that movie looks fucking awful. That movie looks so awful.
Oh, you saw it already?
No. It just looks awful. I said
it looks
so
not
bad.
Look good.
It looks so bad. The first one sucks now. Like that's how bad that movie looks.
Oh no!
You know why you hate it, Brian? I'll tell you 100% why you hate it. Because they're trying to make Terminator 2. And we all know how Brian feels about Terminator 2. It's them trying to make Terminator 2.
Dude, I didn't think about that. Holy shit.
That movie looks so bad.
And we all know how Brian feels about Terminator 2. And so
that fucking
it is
kid,
Brian's.
Shut that fucking kid up. That's a trigger thing for me.
Do you hate Pet Sematary also? Or is he in Pet Sematary? He was in
He's
Pet Sematary 2.
That movie's not good. Yes, of course I don't like it.
I still remember. You know what's funny about that movie? Because I remember that the trailers to that.
This guy did soundtrack.
The guy with the drill going, "No pain, no." It's Clint or not Clint. It's Clancy Brown, isn't it? Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown's in
Cemetery
2. Yes.
Yeah. No pain.
That movie's not good,
no gain. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I'm not alone in thinking Pet Sematary 2 is a bad movie, though. Okay,
but have you seen Hackers?
Terminator 2's bad. Have I seen
dude? Pet Sematary 1 is bad. I mean, it's like, let's be real. Pet Sematary 1 is bad. It's a bad.
There
movie.
hasn't been a good Pet Sematary movie.
Which Pet Sematary has the motorcycle kill on the face, like the back tire?
That's 2.
That's the best movie ever made. You can just stop right there.
Dude,
that's the only thing that matters. Like, come on, that kill is so good. It makes the whole movie and elevates it to a part where you guys can stop talking now.
Dude, the main character of Pet Sematary makes the chick from Urban Legends seem like a good main character, and I fucking hate that bitch.
So what? It had a kill that I think about like 20 years after seeing it, and I don't remember any of the rest of the movie, but that kill. It's just Pet Sematary 2 awesome. is that. That's it. It doesn't matter. It has that in it. Boom, it's done. Done. It's great. Good. Dunk. They dunked. No worries.
We all know that Pet Sematary isn't going to be on our end of year list, but Sinners
Hackers will.
All of ours. Yeah, and Hackers also.
Yeah, Hackers for sure.
And Cobra.
Oh yeah, have you seen Cobra yet?
Terminator 2.
No. What's that?
Oh. Well, I was going to put it on the list, but I don't think it's going to go on there anymore.
No, damn.
Oh, we're not going to do Cobra next week? Okay, Brian doesn't want to do Cobra next week. Got it.
We can totally do Cobra next week. I'm down. I did get it out of my system, though, because we recorded our episode. We were talking
about it's still not out of your system. You're going to keep reminding us about Cobra until the end of time.
We're going to talk about it. It's going to fucking happen one of these days. I'm going to wear you guys down enough.
What movie? Okay. Does anyone have anything they want to do next week, then?
Did we talk about Until Dawn?
Oh, no. Why? Why would you want to talk about that? Why?
Did you watch it?
Oh,
yeah, I watched it.
I've heard it's real bad, though.
Well, so watch it. Find out. It's not bad.
No, it's not that bad.
It's not fucking
masterpiece. I was going to bring up the fact that you feel that way about Megan 2 is the opposite of what David F. Sandberg did to the Annabelle franchise, because the first one I hated, and then the second one David F. Sandberg did and elevated the first movie so much more because he tied it in such a way that I was like, holy shit, I fucking love the first one now. because
it's like Ouija, right?
Yeah,
like
he
Luigi
killed
that,
it. And I was like,
yeah.
man, David F. Sandberg can do no wrong. And then he made Until Dawn, which I feel like he didn't have as much Warner Brothers love behind him because it was Sony. And I felt like all the things wrong with it, 100% Sony.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I don't think Until Dawn is that bad. I don't think it's great by any means, but it's not a.
Do you think going into it with a love of the video game is what might harm us in our life for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It exists.
No, I say watch it, Rod, because
okay,
like
we'll do all Until Dawn next week.
Okay.
Cool.
That's yeah.
Okay. Josh, do you want to pimp your stuff as we wrap up? Does anyone
I'm
else
wearing
have
a hat.
anything to say? Oh, yeah, Josh is wearing a hat. Anyone have anything else?
I was waiting for you to say it. I've been waiting for you to say it all episode.
Josh is wearing a hat. Okay, no final messages. Josh. Okay,
go ahead.
Go, Ken. Go.
Oh, this isn't about the movie though, so go ahead.
That's fine. I was just trying to wrap up. So you're
okay. My spicy site is back up and active, so feel free to check that out. I stream every day except for Saturdays. We're playing Planet Crafter. Twitch.tv/continue KINTINUE.
Josh.
WRBdesign.co or WRBcard.com. There's shit coming out of my shit.
There's lots of shit in the shit
coming out of my shit.
Brian. Okay, Brian, now that you've talked about your Cobra, when is the Cobra episode launching?
We haven't decided when we're going to officially launch, but we have recorded our first episode, and we're recording our second episode in, what is today, Sunday? On Wednesday. So the day before this drops, we will have recorded our second episode. I'm going to wait till we get about maybe 3 or 4 episodes in the bank before I start throwing it out there. I'm going to set up all the social media stuff here pretty soon and start getting that going. But the Awesomely Bad podcast is officially going. And we did talk about Cobra, the cinematic masterpiece directed by George P. Cosmatos, the greatest filmmaker in
of all time.
I can't even finish that.
You couldn't complete it.
He's directed. He did get credit for directing the movie Tombstone, but he didn't fucking make that movie.
Wasn't he the one who replaced the other director or whatever?
He replaced the original director, who was also the screenwriter, who was just in way over his head.
Who someone pushed it? Like, didn't someone push him out of the movie? Basically, one of the stars pushed him out.
I don't know. There's a lot of rumors, but the rumor is that Kurt Russell really took over, and he directed the movie.
Yeah.
And George B. Cosmatos came in, and I have to believe that he made it, because looking at every other George Cosmatos movie, like Leviathan, I'm sorry.
Is Leviathan the one with RoboCop where he punches the bitch?
It's got a RoboCop and a Ghostbuster fighting sea monsters,
and then he just punches a woman at the end of the movie, like fucking Nicolas Cage and Wicked Man. Except he's not in a giant fucking.
Oh, we should do that one day.
Leviathan?
No, Wicker Man.
Talk about that. Oh, I'll talk about that.
Didn't we do Wicker Man already, Josh? With or was that I did it with Wicker? Oh, okay. So we used to have a podcast on the network that just focused on really bad.
What
movies,
network?
It's in the game. It's in the game. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. You can follow me on Twitch at Rod_Johnston and threads and all that shit. So I think that's all. And we'll catch you guys next week with Until Dawn. Boo. Bye.
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 It's in the game.
It's in the game. It's in my ass.